Hey guys, I want to do a quick tutorial slash review for Card Hedge. They're one of the new softwares in the sports card industry. What they do is pretty much track your portfolio on graded cards. They gave me a free 30-day trial, so I'm making a video and an article on the software so you guys can see if it's worth it or not for you. So first thing I look at with all the software out there is the pricing, and the pricing is on par with the other sports card software out there, like Market Movers or Card Ladder. It's $19 a month, and then annually you are looking at about $190. If you're out there tracking everything in a spreadsheet, it's definitely worth just to get a software, whether it's Card Hedge or Market Movers or Card Ladder, something else that tracks your portfolio. Otherwise, if you're just looking for it as a price guide, there is other ways to do that. But I think what these softwares now have the capability to check the graphs, you can see the highs and lows is really, really powerful, especially if you're trying to find prices. I think it's a lot better than looking at a website like 130 Point. Now, let's actually take a look at the dashboard and see what you have. So over here right now, the first thing you see is the portfolio value, how much profit, and the percent gain. I've only added one card in here, which is my 1959 Bob Gibson. So I bought that card for about $180, and right now the market value on it is around $700. So you can see all of that there. Now down here, also you can see your value by sports. If you bought or sold anything, you can have all this information here. Your different sets, mixture of years, and then top performers. So I've only added one card right here, and this is a little error with the software right now. It's showing up as a PSA 8. I have the 4, so I don't know why the 8 is showing up there, but I'll talk to developers and see what's going on with that. Next thing you have here is your collection. So you can add in a lot more cards here, and then once you do, you can search cards. The only one I put in here right now is the Bob Gibson 1959, and you can see how much profit and how much market and everything with that. So card prices over here. You can search in a card, player, and everything with that. So I'll give you an example. I'm going to put in my Ernie Banks, 1954. So load this up right here. And we're going to add, we're going to add this to the portfolio. You can add it right there. So I have the SGC 3, I think. Yeah. And I paid, let's see, I think I paid like $500 for it. I traded a bunch of cards, so I'm trying to remember. I think like, I'll say like 580. I think that was about how much I ended up doing with that. So, and it was added into my portfolio just like that. But if you want to click on a card and see it, just see what it looks like in here. So it shows a graph right here. A PSA 8 just sold for $7,500. One other one sold for $25,000. So it's kind of a deal with that. But you can see the current prices by grade. 8's at $7,500, 7's $53, 6.5 is $3,000, 6 is $350, which is kind of weird why that's lower. But it's really helpful if you want to do that. One thing I really like is if you click over Pop, it'll show up the Psa Pop Report for the card itself. I think it's very, very helpful. So you can see there's only 3,000 of these graded currently. And we have these right here. So 1s, 2s, 3, 4s, everything with that. Really, really cool. Like that a lot. Now over here you can see metrics. So you can see how many 30-day sales of this, the average sale, the 52-week high, and then the 52-week low. So you can see like a PSA 1 sold in October for $131, yet a PSA 8 sold for $25,000. Really, really cool. Next thing you can see with the software over here is all the different players that they currently have. Now they're adding a lot more cards into the software. It's not fully complete. As you know, there's millions and millions of cards. So that's going to take some time to add in all of those. But you can search anyone here and see what they currently have. One thing I really like about the software, and I could be wrong, but I haven't seen this in other software yet, is the card comparison. So you can compare two cards. So like, for example, if I wanted to compare a 1959 Bob Gibson and compare that to, we'll put that there as 1. And we'll compare that to the 1960 Yastrzemski. And add that over there at number 2. You can see a chart for both these. So we're going to go over to PSA 4. PSA 4. So you can see that. I'm going to change this again to 60 days. So you can see how both of them are growing over time. Really, really cool, especially if you're making any trades. If you want to see how the market is compared to both of those cards, if they both are going up or one's going up, one's going down, this is very, very helpful with that. Especially if you want to have like 2 cards in your collection, you need to sell one for some capital. Are you going to sell the one card that's going up, or are you going to sell the card that's flatlined or going down? Really, really helpful, because you can just go in here and search things, but that's one at a time. Now you can compare 2 at once. Last thing the software has over here is favorites. So if you just want to load up something really fast, you can have that set in favorites. I don't really use this at all. I don't really would use this. I'd more likely just go over here to the dashboard or collection and see something. But you can see once they added in this 1954 Ernie Banks, my portfolio value is now at $1,500. Profit was $750, so about 100% profit on those. You can see both of them are added here, both are Topps Baseball, and then you can see right here, they're both added over here. And then there's a mix right here, so I have 54 and 59. So yeah, that's the software. I think personally it's a good software in general if they can fix some of the bugs like this over here and add more cards to it. What I've noticed right now is they only have mainly the rookie cards of some of the vintage players that I collect, not the second or third year cards. So it's more difficult to add that in there. I also think if there's a way to add in the raw prices of a card, it would be very, very helpful with that. As you can see over here, if I go back over to collection, like Bob Gibson, I don't think you can see raw prices. You can't. So you only see SGC and PSA with this. So there's no BGS anywhere at all in here or any raw. And I think you really need that. And also, if you look, there's no PSA 1. So I kind of wish they filled this out. PSA 1, authentic, all that. You can see BGS is at 7.5. Even if there's not a lot of sales, I wish it was more filled out with having all the grades. Maybe you can put over PSA right here and then have all that listed down, or BGS or anything, and make it a little bit easier with that. Really, really like the charts, the 30, 60, 90 days in 1 year. Maybe also we could put it in here like at 2 or 5 years to see how it's been in the long term, especially if people are going to stay in this industry a lot more. Really, really like how this goes really quick over to the pop reports and how you can change over the graphs with this. But yeah, so that's Card Hedge. It is $19 a month. I do have a link down below, which is an affiliate link if you want it. I'm not sponsored at all by Card Hedge, but since I'm doing the review, I wanted to put down that link, and it helps fund future purchases for the channel. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see any other software reviews. I'm going to reach out to Market Movers, Card Ladder, and a few others out there, see if I can get a free demo and just go out here and show you how to use the software and see if it's any interest. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in another video.